I don't know why Ria Hazuki was standing up the entire bus ride. There are plenty of seats available. Well, anyway, welcome to Disc 3 of Shenmue 2. Disc 3 takes us to Kowloon as we continue our search for Zu Yunda, with the help of Ren, a thief who kinda looks like a pirate. We can take a look at our notebook just to remind ourselves of where we're at the story. You'll notice that Ria Hazuki decided to label this part of the game as Chapter 3 in big red pen. I'm not sure why he did that really. I mean, I don't think normal people would divide their life up into chapters. But hey, there we go. This part of the game in Kowloon is considered Chapter 3 of Shenmue. The first game was considered Chapter 1, and the first 2 discs of this game is considered Chapter 2. So now we're on Chapter 3.
すいません。
はい、いらっしゃい。さあお客さん、新鮮なとこ持ってってよ。
Ha! We got no time for vegetables. Our favourite Japanese meal is steak. We've got no time for that either. Let's keep going forward and continue our adventure.
クソガキが俺様を待たせると10年早いぜ。
ここは
俺様たちのアジトだ。しばらくここを寝床にしな。
安全なのか？
ああ、こいつらが見張ってるからな。赤でけえ空論でどうやって修験たちを探すつもりだ。
お前には関係ない。
そうはいくか。てめえには金の匂いがする。ついてこい。ヤンのところに案内してやる。
ヤン？
修験たちの息のかかった野郎だ。奴なら修験たちの居所がわかるかもしれない。
ヤンの店は案件楼にある。
行くぜ。ついてこい。
So now Ren will slowly walk us towards the Great View building to find this Yang fellow. You don't have to, of course. We can completely ignore him and do whatever we like, but, well, he'll just wait at the building until we want to continue with the story. But at the moment we don't have anything better to do, so we'll just slowly follow him. And we'll just admire the view along the way. Now, I'm going to say that when I played this game, you know, for my Let's Play, this is my second playthrough, and what I found very interesting when I started Disc 3 was that I couldn't really remember any of, like, I don't know, the area? Like, for some reason I could remember all of Wanchai, I could remember all of Yokosuka and stuff, but this Kowloon area, for some reason, I just... like, it wasn't particularly memorable, at least not in my mind, and that's not to discredit the game or anything. The reason why is because when I played it the first time, the story actually seems to have a greater sense of urgency, so I kind of just plowed through the main story because I was actually interested into what happened next. I suppose there are slightly less things, like less extra side quests or anything, you know, there's no silly, obscure duck racing mini-games or anything like that. It's pretty much just the main story. There's still a lot of things to distract you, but it's probably not quite as much as the first 2 discs. And as you can see, now we're in a new area. That means we can buy a whole bunch of new maps, so we get to enjoy doing that again. $10 a map, seriously. But yeah, there's a larger emphasis on fighting in Disc 3. I guess it's kind of like how there was a lot more battles and stuff in Disc 3 of Shenmue 1. But here it's actually an actual, I don't know, it seems like they focused a lot more on it. We'll be seeing a bit more fighting later, but yeah, generally more action-packed, and we'll be introduced to a few new characters as well, so strap yourselves in, because the story picks up. And this is the building. We find this Yang person who apparently knows about Zu Yunda, so let's head inside.
ここが案件楼。
ヤンの漢方薬屋はこの中だ。さっさと行こうぜ。
Now, not only are there maps available for each one of the areas, there's also maps available for some of the buildings, because some of the buildings here in Kowloon are quite large. This one isn't, though. This map actually turns out to be a huge waste of money, because this Great V building, or Building B, as this map calls it, well, you don't really need a map for it, because it's tiny, so really I just wasted $10 there, but no biggie. Let's head on inside.
ここの2階にヤンの店、案件漢方がある。行くぜ。
I still think Ren kind of looks like a pirate. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I mean, I guess it's the bandana, but it's not like bandanas are limited to pirates. I mean, I'm not talking like, you know, I'm not expecting him to have like a parrot on his shoulder, but you know what I mean. Just like a, yeah, someone like a sailor or something. I don't know.
Anken Kampo. ここか。
ああ。入るぜ。
ここが。誰もいないぞ。
奥の方で薬を調合してんだろ。そこの呼び鈴を押せ。
Alright, we'll just ring the bell. But unfortunately, Ria Hazuki is very easily distracted. So let's look at the other things in the room.
ずいぶんいろんなものがあるな。こんなものも漢方薬になるのか。こんなものも漢方薬になるのか。
何グズグズしてんだ。呼び鈴を押しゃいいんだよ。
ずいぶんいろんなものがあるな。
Keep your horses on, Ren. I gotta look around this room and see if there's anything to interact with. And see what Rio says when I look at certain items in the room.
This これで重さを測って調合するのか。
時間がもったいねえだろ。さっさと呼び鈴を押せ。
Eventually, if you wait too long, Ren gets fed up and will ring the bell himself. I'm not sure why he doesn't do it himself to begin with, but well, I couldn't be bothered to wait, so ring the bell.
ゴロつきが何の用だ。面倒なことならごめんだぞ。てめえが話な。
修験達さんに会いたいんです。
主に？知り合いという証拠はあるのか？確かに主の印が押してあるな。わかった。主に連絡しよう。竜気楼で会える段取りをつけてやるよ。
竜気楼？
そうだ。竜気楼で男を探せ。黒い服の男だ。
黒い服の男。
そいつに合言葉を言うんだ。そうすれば主のところへ案内してくれる。竜は眠らない。
竜は眠らない。
すまんが大事な薬草を調合している最中なんだがね。 竜気楼がどこかは知らねえが、ま、頑張れや。
お前は行かないのか？
ここら都牛の縄張りだ。面が割れてる俺様がうろつきゃどうなるか。ま、てめえ一人の方が安全なんだよ。
そう言いながら何か企んでる顔だな。
なんとでもいい。あばよ。
竜気楼。
So, now we know our next destination, the Dancing Dragon Building. And, yeah, we'll head there in a bit. But first, let's do a little bit of exploring, just to show you guys around Kowloon and all that. So, let's head on out. Actually, before we head on out, we head up the stairs.
いないみたいだな。
Just see what's on the upper floor. This building has 3 floors. It's a pretty small building. And up here, on the 3rd floor, there's nothing except a jukebox. And that's it. This is a really weird place for a jukebox as well, because you're never going to hang out here, and why would you want to? And yeah, I have no idea why this jukebox is here. It's the weirdest thing. It's weird. Oh well. On the bottom floor, there are a couple of pawn shops. I think these are the only 2 pawn shops in Kowloon as well. There aren't many. So, let's have a look here, see what their prices are.
ええ。
じゃあこれあげちゃ。うちのパンフレット、買取価格が書いてあるから。で、何を売りたいのかしら。
Well, we've got their flyer. I don't really need to sell anything at the moment, so I'll leave it for now.
やめておきます。
つまんない子ね。他に入れたいものは？
This lady's kinda weird, though. She's crazy.
やめておきます。
あんた可愛いから許してあげる。気が変わったらまた来てね。
And right next door, there's another pawn shop which you can check out. Not really much point, but I felt like getting their flyer.
お客さん、うちは初めてじゃな。
ええ。
じゃあ、これを見なされ。
Again, we don't need to sell anything at the moment, so we'll leave the pawn shops for now and do a little bit of exploring around in Kowloon. Did you know that the word Kowloon comes from the Chinese word for 9 dragons? Which, if you remember, it was the whole 9 dragons was referred to a lot in Shenmue 1 as being a legend about the creation of the Hong Kong Islands. And even here, in Kowloon, there's room for toy capture machines, so I'm just going to waste my money on some of these. Don't get anything interesting though.
すいません。
いらっしゃい。
竜気楼はどっちですか？
屋台街の方だよ。
屋台街ってどっちですか？
ああ、こりゃ悪かった。あそこのビルの左の道を行った先だよ。天津街に出るけど、屋台街はもっと先だから。
そうですか。
So I mentioned this disc has a relatively large emphasis on fighting, and there's a few reasons for that. Number one is that the story picks up a lot more, so you get into more fights. And the other reason is that Kowloon is home to quite a few of these arenas. So if you remember in One Chai in Beverly Hills Wharf, there was the arena fight with the big hairy guy, and you had to knock him down in less than 5 moves. Here's another arena thing, and there's another gimmick to this one, so let's give it a try. Ryo Hazuki never backs down from a challenge.
さあさあお立ち会い。ここにいるのはモンゴル相撲のつわものたちだ。ナダン、おお、アーゴン、そしてウズン。
Hang on, these are just the arm wrestling guys from Aberdeen.
こいつらから制限時間まで逃げ切れれば勝ち、捕まったら負けだ。最初はナダムと勝負。掛け金10ドルの一本勝負だ。制限時間は30秒。さあ、我と思わん者は手を挙げてくれ。
俺がやろう。
よーし、決まりだ。少しは骨がありそうだな。それじゃあ構えて、レディーゴー。
So the rules are simple. Don't get caught. Every now and again he'll do this grapple move, and if you get grabbed even once, then it's game over. So all you have to do is you keep dodging or keep attacking him so he can't grapple you and... oh, never mind.
勝負あり。惜しかったな、兄ちゃん。でもいい線いってたぜ。あの程度じゃ俺からは逃げきれん。出直してくるんだな。
Whatever, you're no fun anyway. Let's try a different arena match. Adjacent to that arena, if you go around the corner, there's another arena right here. This arena fight has different rules. I guess these arena fights are quite a good way of making money, as long as you know how to do them properly. I usually steer away from the Mongolian wrestling one because I'm pretty bad at avoiding grapples, but this one's not so bad.
さあお立ち会い。ここにいる新官生こそは鉄佐将の達人だぜ。長年鍛えたその将打は一撃で牛をも倒すって代物だ。この男と勝負する腕自慢はいないか。掛け金10ドルの一本勝負だ。制限時間は30秒。さあ誰か勇気ある挑戦者はいねえか。
俺がやろう。
よし決まりだ。奴の鉄佐賞を食らったらイチコロだぜ。せいぜい気をつけな兄ちゃん。
覚悟はいいか小僧。
それじゃあ構えて。レディーゴー。
This guy isn't too bad, but he does have one move that's pretty dangerous. Every now and again he'll do a move, and you have to do a quick time event to escape it. And yeah, you don't have to worry too much about attacking him really. As long as you can survive for 30 seconds, you'll be fine. Oh damn, I think I just broke some ribs. That must have hurt.
勝負あり。
わしの鉄佐賞がかわされるとは。
すげえな兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
And now you got a bit of money. If you challenge him again, the difficulty increases and the amount of money you win increases, just like the hairy guy who could punch a whole bunch. Here's another area here. It's a gambling place. Let's play some big and small again and hope we win this time. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this yet, actually. In regards to the fight system, if you remember in Shenmue 1, I mentioned that you can actually add a move to a shortcut to the R button. If you found a move that was, say, super complicated or something, you could hotkey it to the R button, and then you'll just do that move when you press the R button. You can't do that anymore in Shenmue 2. They took out that feature for some reason. So if you find a move that's like difficult or something, too bad, you're just going to have to learn to pull off the command properly. That's enough gambling for today. Let's head on out towards the dim sum quarter. Again, I'm leaving most of this part in just to give you a vague idea at least of how the area of Kowloon is laid out. It's a little bit confusing when you first start, or when you're first introduced to this area, because I don't know, I guess it's just the way it's laid out. It's hard to explain, but if you're not familiar with it, it kind of seems weird, because there's lots of different areas that kind of go into other areas, if you get what I mean. Okay, I'm not really making much sense, but the point is, it's a little bit confusing when you first start the game, so I don't know, I'm leaving some of this in just to give you a vague idea of how the game's laid out.
More.
Well, that's enough Virtua Fighter toy capsules. let's continue onwards. Now, the building we want to get to, the Dancing Dragon building, is in the stand quarter, and we're in the dim sum quarter, so we'll just head towards there now. There's this fountain you can observe. You'll lock onto it, but you can't interact with it in any way. Let's get a map for this building. This isn't the Dancing Dragon building, but we're going to go to the Three Birds building. Just have a look around. At this point in the game, I'm just kind of exploring this area on my own and just kind of familiarizing myself with how everything's laid out. So just head inside the Three Birds building. We might as well go in here and have a look. It's full of birds. There is a way to the Dancing Dragon building from this building here, the Three Birds building, because a lot of the buildings are kind of connected. So, again, this is another way the game, or rather the layout of this place, is a little bit confusing. You get used to it, you know, once you figure out how it's laid out, but yeah, it's a little bit unusual. But we're just taking the long route to the... Well, it's not really that much longer, really, but it's a bit of a detour. We're just going to take a look at some cute birdies while we're here. Look at all these birds! In cages. Not moving. I bet they're fake. They're not even real birds, are they? Oh well. Lots of birds. They're all selling the same type of bird too. They're all blue birds. How boring. What if I don't want a blue bird? What if I want a red bird or something? Then what am I going to do? As I mentioned, a lot of the buildings are kind of connected. Also, there's another slot house here if you want to play slots for some reason. But yeah, next to the... Yeah, it's right here. Next to the Dim Sum building, there's the Dancing Dragon building. So let's just head in here and find a man dressed in black suit. Well, there's actually quite a few men in black suits. We'll just have to find them. They're not too far from here.
すいません。
見たところこの辺の人じゃないわね。ストリートファイトを見に来たんだったら昇竜店員が一番活気があるわよ。
わかりました。どうも。
Just telling us that we can take part in those street fights if we want to earn some extra money. There's a fortune teller here, but we don't need to use that because that's a waste of money.
なんだ
Let's give them the password. Dragons don't sleep.
竜は眠らない。
お前がそうか。話は聞いた。この先の階段を使って上に行け。質問には一切答えられない。上に行け。
わかった。
Up the stairs. Got it. Just keep going up.
この奥にも何かありそうだな。
Okay. When Rio says there's something in the back, that's actually where you're supposed to go. Over there behind this this fence thing where this guy's standing. There's another staircase, and that staircase is the one you're supposed to get to. So you have to somehow find a way from this staircase to the other staircase. But for now, we just have to go up this set of stairs, and basically we'll know we're going the right way because there are more people in black suits. But we can do a bit of exploring first. On the upper floors of most of the buildings here in Kowloon, there are these like apartment buildings, and I don't know, they're full of rooms, and you can enter pretty much all of these rooms. Apparently, no one in Kowloon locks their doors. You can go into pretty much anyone's home, and it's kind of strange because there's really nothing to do in any of these. They're all individually detailed and furnished, and again, it just seems like one of those things that there's like the unnecessary level of detail that Shenmue had, and you can't interact with anything, and there's nothing important to look at in any of these rooms except for this room, which has a really creepy doll in it. What is this? And I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave before my soul gets eaten. Good, it's still there. If I turned around and it was gone, that would be like the worst thing. Ugh. But yeah, somewhere on the third floor, there's this guy, and he's hosting his own little gambling thing. This is a new gambling game that we haven't seen before, so let's give it a try.
風月だぜ。あんちゃん、やってみねえか？
やり方を教えてくれないか？
こりゃな、花鳥風月ってやつだ。まずは花、鳥、風、月、どれか一つを選ぶ。選んだ絵柄に玉が入ればあんちゃんの勝ちだ。配当は掛け金の4倍だ。
やろう。
そう来なくっちゃな。よし。で、あんちゃん、いくら払う？
So this is just roulette, really. You just pick one of the 4 thingies, and if it lands in your one, you get 4 times your bet. Pretty simple, really.
よし、ここだな。
では、行きます。
But yeah, as I mentioned, there are a lot of these apartment buildings here in Kowloon, and each apartment building has almost hundreds of rooms, really. Because, I don't know, each floor has maybe like 10 rooms or so, and maybe there are about 10 floors per building. So, there are just so many of these rooms, and you can go into all of them, and no one keeps them locked. Sometimes there are people living in them, like, you knock on a door and someone opens it and he's like, yeah, come back later, I'm busy now, in that kind of non-specific NPC kind of way, but there doesn't seem to be any point. It's just kind of, it's just detail that's just there that doesn't need to be. I guess there's other things in Shenmue like that, just this weird level of detail that I guess is kind of admirable, but I kind of feel a bit annoyed at the same time, because if you're like me and you like to, I don't know, compulsively explore areas just to make sure you don't miss anything, then you'll just kind of keep looking into all these rooms where nothing is, like, there's no purpose to any of those rooms. You can't find anything interesting, there's nothing in there that helps you or anything like that. It's just this weird level of detail that's just there for no real reason. I don't know, that's just me. I just kind of felt a bit annoyed because I wasted a lot of time here just exploring those rooms, and I really didn't need to.
竜は眠らない。お前がそうか。待ってたぜ。この先に竜の扉の部屋がある。その部屋に入れ。竜の扉の部屋。
Well, anyway, that's enough wasting time exploring and talking to people in black suits. It's finally time to find Zu Yunda.
あなたが修験達さんですか？
修験達はこんなハンサムじゃねえ。俺様も修験達を探してるんだ。たっぷり可愛がってやるぜ。可愛がってもらえんのはてめえの方だぜ、トキュ。お前はレン。てめえらまとめて可愛がってやる。だっせ。こいつらをぶち込んどけ。てめえには金の匂いがしてから助けに来てやったのによ。その腕叩きってのか。うるせえ。なんだとよせ。何ガキが俺様に指図だ。10年早えんだよ。黙れ、殺すぞこれ。殺してみろ。やめろ。逃げる方法を少しは考えろ。何